Remember when Thunder gets 10th, he does this for a living? Okay, that's true, but you don't have to point it out then. Yahee! Ba-ba-da-da-da-da. You the fuck threw that? Ken. I'm not even mad. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to shoot him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. He's had enough. Oh, fuck ya. I'm not gonna lie, I really thought I would get a paraglider and, like, just be sailing through the air. When I went off that second ramp, I did not think that I would just stop seesaw contact. Nobody's going this way. Oh, my God. Hey, Link, maybe throw it forward. Go get him, Daisy. I believe in you. Surely Jay's not the kind to throw a red shell backwards from third place. Who the fuck? How am I tiny enough to fit between those two boxes? Don't do it, Orc! I'm being sniped. It wasn't a double box. Bro went out of his way, drove further to do worse. As long as Jay doesn't red shell me, we're good. I am a ghost. I cannot be seen. I cannot be heard. Shoutouts to that red shell that definitely did stuff and was also good. And didn't just vanish after hitting nothing immediately. You'll never catch me. I'm getting third. I'm Mario. My family can hear you, LOL. They was like, he's full of shit. I just want to talk to you with my fist. That's funny, man. You got a funny family. Thunder, you have to believe me. That was not me. That Nana wasn't me. Ninja Hideaway is arguably one of the worst maps to come out of the entire DLC packs. And I say this knowing that the shitty-ass city maps with the red arrows exist. By the way, of course, Arc Furry threw the banana. Okay, chat, my goal, I'm trying to finish this drink by the time this race ends, okay? I would like to be on drink 2. Sorry about the boomerang, it's okay. It's not your fault. A lot of times when I'm yelling at the game. I'm not yelling at you guys. Tay, can I ask what part of Canada you're from? Give like a broad area if you want. Ninja Hideaway has a good theme. I think that's all I can say about it. Yeah, it's just so weird. Like, here, I'll point out the weird parts. So you have the opening, which is cool, and then every point from this turn onward is weird. W map? No, this map is ass. And this jump right here is why. This exactly makes no fucking sense. You jump, and you take the meanest left turn of all time, and even if you time it and drift accordingly, you still ram your bitch ass into the wall. There's no winning. Okay, whoever wants to land here will blow up. Hope they're okay. That's not me. That's me. Okay, Mr. Doya. Are you the real Mr. Doya, or is that his father's name? I'll use that mushroom I got to bounce off of the tree that you can't bounce off of, because this map is ass. They almost added a little bit of fun if they would have let you bounce off the trees there. And they realized that that would have been fun, which is not allowed on Ninja Hideaway. At least the soundtrack is good. You know what that means? This map is like the Sonic 06 of maps, of Mario Kart maps. The whole fucking game, the story, the gameplay, the everything sucks complete dog shit. The soundtrack, pretty decent. always get confused on this map. Yeah, it's not because, like, you're incompetent or you're missing anything, by the way. That's just because this map is certified dog shit. I don't know why that mushroom that I used right there actually made me slow down. Did you guys see that? The blue shell went by me, didn't touch me, and then I popped the mushroom and spun out. I don't know where that guy's going. Please be lap 3. Damn, it's not lap 3. Shoutouts to Maui, who got a star in 3rd place. I've never gotten anything better than a banana peel or a coin in 3rd place, but Maui in 3rd place just popped a fucking star to keep himself from getting hit by the lightning bolt. I almost passed somebody once. And Nintendo was like, oh, wait a minute, Buster. Did I just catch you having fun? Hey, what up, SSL? How you doing, man? Drunken Swordsman, I want you and everyone to know that I saw you try and make that and not make it. You might beat me, but we're gonna know that you tried it and didn't make it. What the fuck? Do you guys see my ass just get gravitated to the wall right there? Is it possible that the mere mass and velocity of my dumpy is so big that I wanted to get second? Is so big that it has its own gravitational pull that sucked me to the wall right there? I went go-karting this past weekend, and seeing Mario Kart giving me the itch to go back. You have fun out there? That's good shit. I'm putting a hit out on Mumba. I'm in Nova Scotia, by the way. I have no idea where that is, but I hope you have fun there. Why did you say anything? I was straight and then fumbled. East Coast? Okay. You can't be that far off unless you're really far north or something.
Show him a real Thundershot.
Mao, I'm glad you're doing good, man. I hope you close on the house. Hope you get it all sorted. Thank you so much for 300 bits. And as always, it is good to see you again. I'm definitely putting the pina colada up after this, and I'm mixing the rest of this rum with Coke or something because I am feeling a little buzzed. Team TNT did win. Allen did win. What victories did FNL get? Outside of True. True won the mid-card match. What was the FNL scorecard? Outside of True. Maya won her match for TNL. Which is kind of like both winning, but I think TNT got 2 victories, FNL got 1, and I think SNS also got 2 victories for the night. Technically 3 because there was an SNS versus SNS match, but they can't actually lose that one, so that's not really fair. I love maps like this, by the way. I'm a super big fan because this game gives you so many mushrooms from basically every position that isn't first or second. You get a fuck ton of mushrooms. And any map where... I wanted to throw that backwards. With every fiber of my being, I wanted to throw that backwards. Anyway, because you can get mushrooms in any place that isn't first or second, I'm a huge fan of any map that lets you cut off a large chunk of the course with mushroom. That's why I like, a lot of people don't like donut plains, but I actually like donut plains a lot because, what the fuck? I actually like donut plains a lot because in donut plains, you can cut off a lot of the course too. It's basically like this, except the other parts are underwater, but you can still cut it off with a mushroom, which is pretty sick. If you have a lightning bolt, please don't use it yet. Okay, you can use the lightning bolt now. I would like to thank everybody for coming to this TED Talk. Okay, if you have a lightning bolt, you're not allowed to use it again. I will reiterate my initial statement. Xavier versus the World was crazy. Okay, I'm not going to lie. You guys want a little bit of a peek behind the TNT curtain, behind the TNL curtain while we're talking about it? I'm really glad I have a booking team because they help keep me grounded. Personally, and again, this is like, don't think about this when TNL's up. This is just like fun little combos to have on the side. Personally, did I just get hit by everything 3 times? What the fuck? On the end of the 3rd lap, everything hit me 3 fucking times. What happened? What the fuck was that? I need a clip. I've never been that fucked in my entire life. Anyway. A quick peek behind the TNL curtain. I am glad that I have a booking team, and I'm glad that the booking team is the way that they are for TNL, because I tend to want to fuck with things a little bit more to make sure that they go a way that would be entertaining, and to make sure that they go a way that like we can plan for a little bit better. I tend to want to have a little bit more of a booking team hand in things, and the rest of the booking team, Sandman specifically, actually, is a lot more like, no, let the game play itself. Like, whatever it is, let the game play itself. Like, personally, when I set up, like, the 10-man Royal Rumble for Electric Warfare, I would want to skewer it so we have, like, TNT guy, FNL guy, TNT, FNL guy, SNS guy, and then trade TNT and FNL for the rest of the card, or for the rest of the Royal Rumble. Sandman is a lot more like, let the game play itself. You know, don't make people make things happen. Don't pick the order. Just let the game happen. And letting the game happen sometimes sucks ass, but a lot of times letting the game just be the game is a lot more surprising than anything we could ever write up. So the order for the Royal Rumble at Electric Warfare was 100% random. You know, none of that was planned. None of that is recorded. Xavier actually just fucking, like, Honorable One's character, I think, Marcus went out immediately. Xavier actually just fucking 1v9. That was so crazy. As a recorder, thank you for that. Yeah. Can I ask what's TNL? Okay, so if you haven't been around in a while, or you're new around here, every Wednesday and Saturday, except for off weeks, this happens to be an off week. Every Wednesday and Saturday, we put on a wrestling show. Saturdays are Tuesday Night Thunder and Friday Night Lightning. Those are our main shows. And then Wednesdays are SNS. That's Saturday Night Spark, even though it's on Wednesdays. And that's like our NXT. But we do our own wrestling show based off the game WWE 2K23. And what I mean by that is that Twitch chat makes their own characters, they make their own wrestlers, they make the arenas, they make the titles. And then we go in and we download their characters, we put them all on the same shows, and then we have CPU versus CPU, they wrestle each other. They have the same overall, and then we just see what happens. What up, Earth One and Ice? Switch is out of power. I see you. That's the Dotto Doya special. Can't find your Switch, and then when you do, it's out of power. But yeah, TNL, it stands for Thunder and Lightning, which is the name of our universe. Again, we have 3 shows. Tuesday Night Thunder and Friday Night Lightning. Those both happen on Saturday. And then on Wednesdays, we have Saturday Night Spark, which is like our little NXT that's like the sub show. But we're coming off a big pay-per-view, and after pay-per-views, we usually take a break just to give the recording team and the booking team a break. And we have a lot of people moving into college this week, so it's just easier. I did not know we were at the end of the race. But yeah, Wednesdays and Saturdays is when we do that. I'm shouting out a lot of follows tonight. I don't want to shout out follows at all, but shout outs to Thigh Lover 01 because same. Shout outs to the first Thigh Lover because you were really onto something, pal. Daisy Cruiser. Am I fucked up for laughing at people getting their asses beat at Mario Kart? No, that's what it's there for. The fuck are you drinking? Come. Tyndall, how you doing, man? It's been a minute. Good to see you. I mixed a little bit of pina colada mix with a lot of bit of Coco Mania coconut flavored rum that M had in the fridge. Come? If you type come in all caps and you have 7TV, you'll get the Doom font come. Come. Sounds litty. Well, I had one glass and I already know it. That's too much for me in the sense that I can already feel a good buzz going on. So I'm going to get a Coca-Cola and mix the rest of this rum with Coca-Cola soon. Guess that's my excuse to pour. Did you need another? What day of the week is it? It's a Wednesday. Jesus Christ, it's a Wednesday. Chat, I can drink on Wednesdays. You guys can't. You have something to Kraken? He's been out for a while. He's been out of cum? Are you telling me Kraken's been out of cum for a while? Why are you telling me this? TBF, it's my Sunday. Oh, you're chilling. I mean, Sunday's still not a good day to drink on because you got work on Monday, but... I'm on a dry campus? Are you at a private school, Shadow? Do you mind me asking? God, this soundtrack is so fucking nostalgic, dude. I played the fuck out of Double Dash. Yes, kill me. Did you go to a religious college? You don't have to answer anything you're not comfortable with. I'm just curious now. Yes, can I ask why? A fucking dry campus, dude. You go to church enough days a week, you just make sure you chug it when Jesus' blood comes up, and you'll get hammered that way. My major is in theology. Do you want to be a priest? Nothing wrong with any of this. And again, you don't have to answer anything you don't like. You don't want to. You don't want to be a priest? Do you want to teach religion? I'm trying to find out why else would you would want to teach theology. Thunder about to pull out a credit report and be like, care to elaborate why you have an 8? Isn't 870 really good? I'm also in a religious camp because mine is decently cheap. Did you get kicked out or... Okay, you're on a dry campus, but hypothetically, what if they searched your room and found out... What if they searched your room and found out that you had a fleshlight? What would... No! I could have used a star! I'd be in first right now! I'm actually not upset about it. You guys are. Being the alcohol dealer at a dry campus would make so much money. Yeah. And, like, what's the downside? I guess they kick you out of college if they find you, but, like, they can't fucking turn you in as long as you're 21 and not selling to minors. In no way, Twitch has OnlyFans bots now. I mean, Twitch didn't set up those bots, but yeah, it's been a thing for a minute. Legit had that happen on our campus, and the RAs couldn't do anything about sex toys. I want to be in ministry. I know very... Okay, so you don't want to be a priest, but you do want to be in ministry. As somebody who grew up going to a Catholic school throughout grade school, can I ask, if you're not a priest, what does being in ministry entail? What would you be? Are you aiming higher than priest? You trying to be like an archbishop or something, or? RA's checking rooms is so fucked up. I can tell my story. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember my story, but I don't mind telling my RA's checking room story again. Speaking about selling to minors, last year in my high school, we had trouble because people were selling weed to the middle schoolers. High schoolers went to a middle school to sell weed. Jesus. No, I'm aiming below pastor. Okay, so what would you do, right? Because at least where I come from, it's like there's the priest, and then under the priest is the altar boys, which are just literally high school. You know what I mean? Not high school, but like grade school kids. Chat, I'm gonna say this not as a meme. Thankfully, my priest did not do any of the diddling, to my knowledge. I think I worked for 3 different... Not work. I think I was altar boy for 3 different priests, and none of them were in the business of diddling. Which sounds like a meme, and I swear to God it's not, because the amount of priests that... I didn't find this out till I was older, but the amount of priests that do diddle is off the fucking charts. So I didn't realize it. I was actually incredibly lucky to have a non-diddler priest. But also, the community that I lived in was very, very gun-heavy, and a diddling priest would not have made it very long. Because God help them if a parent ever found out, you know what I mean? Is the college story the ping pong one? Yeah, you know it. The regulars know the college story. What is diddling? Have you heard of the phrase PokeTuber? PokeTubers would also... If they weren't PokeTubers, they might be priests. Can we put it that way? Should I be afraid of the college story? No, it's honestly one of the funnier college stories I have. So anyway, to my college story, to get away from Shadow Flareon, because I'm not trying to grill Shadow Flareon, I'm just genuinely curious about what he's aiming for, because my Catholic community was small enough that there was no in-between pastor. Like, there wasn't anything that was lower than a pastor. You know what I mean? Not lower. Not that pastors are low. I mean, they give sermons and shit to the whole fucking community. Like, it's not like pastors are low on the food chain, but there's nobody under them except for the nuns where I'm from. So that's why I was just questioning Shadow Flare on a lot, because I don't know what he would be if he was under a pastor. I don't know what the plan would be there. But I'm sure in bigger communities there are things that do that, so that's why I was asking. Anyway, my college story when it comes to RAs checking dorms. I'm a freshman in college. That's all I ever was. I went to college for 1 year. No in-betweeny weenies. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Fucking Brad. Anyway, my college dorm story is one day, you know, we were in college, obviously, and we were first years. And a bunch of us first years, same floor, neighbors, a lot of us liked each other at the time at least. And one of us had the bright idea of, oh, we should make a beer pong table. You know what I mean? Because there were a lot of nights you get out to frat houses or to house parties, and they always have beer pong tables that you do it. But they're like, we should make a beer pong table. So A, we can practice, and B, we can just fucking play beer pong whenever we want. We don't have to be at a party to do it. And we're like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, we're down. So that's what we did that day. It was like a Sunday or a Saturday or something, right? Director of Church Ministry? Okay. I don't know what that job would entail, but I'm glad I know the title. But I got you. Again, if you feel weird, you don't have to talk about it anymore. But anyway, who is the Metal Mario that kept throwing shells at Cujo? Take a sip of water, then I'm gonna tell the story. Anyway, so one guy's like, and again, our rooms are small. Like, it's literally the whole size of this room is barely bigger than the office I'm in now. Like, the room is not. The rooms aren't large, okay? Sailor and I were there. We had a bunk bed. He had a TV. I had a tiny TV I played games on. We had a sink, right? It was a communal bathroom down the hall. Like, it was a tiny fucking thing. They don't play beer pong anymore? What the fuck? Anyway, so it's like a Saturday during the day. And a friend's like, we should get a beer pong table so that way we can practice and we can play it even when we're not at parties. We'll get good at it. Because we're freshmen in college. We want to be good at beer pong forever. Let's get really good now, and then we'll be able to play it the rest of our college careers. Made sense. So we go to Home Depot. We literally buy the wood, right? We went over to somebody's garage. One of their dads... No. Yeah, we went over to somebody's garage. One of their dads had a fucking saw. And we used a buzz saw to cut up... You know, we had the 2x4s. We cut them into legs. Not 2x4s, but we cut the wood chunks into legs. We had a flat piece for the actual table part, and we literally made, screwed, nailed, fucking drilled our own beer pong table. Made it. But we cut all the wood pieces, brought them back to the dorm room, put them in. We're on the 4th floor. And then we built the beer pong table inside the dorm room, inside the college dorm room, okay? So we build it in there, and then that night we're like, fuck it, let's use it. And we start drinking, and we start playing beer pong, and we're getting a little out of hand. And come 3 a.m., we may have, as a group of like 6 of us guys in there, we may have been, somebody was on a hot streak. I don't know who it was, but somebody was killing it. They were draining every shot, right? They were just fucking nailing it. And we may have started chanting USA, USA, USA at 3 a.m. while the RAs were making their rounds. And the RAs open our room, and they're like, what the hell's going on in here? And then, they knock on the door, and you have to answer it. And so whoever answered the door opened it up too far, and as soon as they opened it up too far, they're like, oh, we see alcohol, we can come in now. It's like they're fucking cops or some shit with warrants. But they came in, and they busted us. And the RAs were upset, obviously, that we had a full-blown beer pong table in there. And even though it's a table, and it's not really illegal to have a table, whoever got that blue shell, have fun throwing it. Anyway, even though it's a table and it's not illegal to have a table, they did try to remove... First of all, they pour out all the alcohol, which we didn't have a lot left anyway. But they pour out all the alcohol, but then they tried to remove the table. But the funniest part of the story is that they couldn't remove the table because we had built the table inside the room, and it was actually too big to fit in or out of the door. So they made us put it in the closet and leave it there. Which the rooms are tiny as fuck, and the closets aren't big either, so that was just funny as fuck. But they made us... But yeah, they tried to like... They tried so hard to remove the door, and they just couldn't do it. Excuse me, Ken, I'm trying to pass you. 2nd place, we take those. But they couldn't remove it because it was built in the room. So they made us put it in the closet, and then they wrote us all up. And since it was our first offense, we didn't really get in trouble, but we did have to attend a one-on-one seminar with the counselor where they basically gave us an online program we had to watch and a test we had to take. And then also they had a one-on-one sit down with us to make sure that we weren't alcoholics or to make sure that we didn't have a problem and weren't doing anything like horrible, you know, to ourselves or anybody else, right? So the other funniest part of this is that I go in for my one-on-one session, and again, never really been in trouble in college before. A little bit nervous, but I'm used to being in trouble, so we'll navigate it. We'll figure it out, right? But I sit down with the woman, the counselor lady, and she's like, yeah, I've got your paper here, and you know, this is what you're in here for, and we're gonna have you do this class, and just we're gonna recap the events. You're gonna recap the events with me as they're written down, and so it says here that at 3 a.m. the RAs were patrolling, and they heard chants of USA, USA, USA coming out of the dorm room you were in. Is that correct? And I'm like trying not to laugh because I don't want to get more in trouble, right? But just listening to a very official counselor lady talk about how we were heard chanting USA, USA at 3 a.m. was sending me through the fucking roof. And she just has to read over the whole event. It's like there was alcohol in there. Some of you were drunk. And I was like, well, there were no breathalyzers. There's no proof that any of us were drunk. And she didn't like that comment, but it was what it was. And she's like, and then it says that the counselors attempted to remove the beer pong table, but they couldn't because it was too big for the door. And I was like, yeah, we built the table inside the room, so it wouldn't it couldn't leave. And she's like, okay, and they had you put it in the closet. I was like, yeah, it's a table. I didn't know those were illegal. But again, the sass was probably stupid on my part, but they never like those comments. It's why we say them. I'm not attempting to piss this lady off. I'm trying to keep myself protected because I don't want her on record saying that I said I was drunk because they don't have any proof that I was drunk. They just have proof that I was near alcohol. You're describing Johnny Depp laughing while being... Oh my God, I almost hit that banana peel. Who the fuck threw that? Who is Cat? And you threw it backwards. Maui. Maui, what did I do to you? I swear to God, Maui threw it forward in 8th and then threw it backwards in 7th. That cannot be the highest place you're hoping to get Maui. Shoutouts to the 3rd useless star of the evening, where I got a star and it absolutely did not fucking matter. I'm gonna hang on to this and just hope I don't get ghosted. Because my hope is that people driving through the thing now are gonna hit a lightning bolt. Bingo! The smartest man who ever lived! Don't fall off. And that's why they put the big boy in 5th place, chat. This is how it's done. What can I say? Okay, chat, after this one, we're going to do a full-blown lobby reset because I know a couple people get bugged. So after this, I'm going to leave the lobby, and I'm going to ask that literally all of you also leave the lobby, so that way the lobby is clean. And then when I rejoin, when everybody rejoins here in a second, we can all come in with like a fresh lobby, and it won't do that weird thing where it cuts some people out of it. You know what I mean? Also, if somebody could blue shell this Metal Mario, I would just be their best friend. Oh, no! I missed all the blocks! Shoutouts to Nothing. Huge shoutouts to Nothing for blowing me up. This got really ugly really fast. Eat shit. Tay! I beat Tay! Hooray! Anyway. It's more okay. I have to pee, and oh well, I can't leave on Mount Wario. Never mind, chat. Mount Wario. We're not leaving, chat. It's Mount Wario. I did not hit. Yes, you did, Maui. You threw the boomerang forward. You passed me. You threw the boomerang backward. Oh, is that Arc Furries? That lightning hit the frame star, hit the frame, a star showed up for me. I did not. All right, my fault. I really thought it popped up Maui on the head.